The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,700 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.
College sports communicators are the lifeblood of any broadcast on television.
Our communicators, our comm leads, our sports information directors, all those folks who touch this industry are really unsung heroes.
They love their university, they love their work. They go out of their way to present the great image for the university, for the players that they represent.
Learn more at collegesportscommunicators.com/celebratecsc.
Years from now, what will you remember? That. It's a small thing, but you know the small things in life feel the biggest.
I'm doing it, Dad!
Now that is something to remember.
Let's go, baby.
There you go. I knew you'd be back. You grabbed me, the Rawlings Trio, the most advanced baseball bat on the planet. And check out my window, man. That's the window to power, to a batting title, to post-game interviews. You and me, we're gonna light this guy up. Looking good, right? And that first rounder on the mound, I don't care if he goes curve, slider, or he's just throwing gas. With me, you've got the bat speed to catch up to anything. The fellas in the lab say it's because my extended barrel, composite handle, and end cap. Look, man, all I know is I've got the biggest sweet spot in the game, and that's the difference between fouling one off and lacing one into the gap. Yeah, feel that weight? That's me talking to your hands. With my balance and your quick wrist, this chump doesn't even know what he's up against. Listen, don't look right now, but his girlfriend's eyeballing you. All right, focus, man. It's showtime, baby.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
Hometown ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
At Risk Strategies, we know how important the health and well-being of your student athletes are. During their time in college, they'll face pressure from all different directions, from performance expectations to rigorous physical training, strict schedules, and bodily injuries. These are just a few of the stressors that can be burdens to your dedicated student athletes. With Academic Sports Care, our athletic division focuses on providing specialized insurance and health and wellness solutions exclusively for college and university athletic programs to help your students succeed by staying healthy and safe, offering best-in-class services through innovation and care. Academic Sports Care is a winning solution for your student athletes.
Enter WinOne, a platform that unifies athletic management into one intuitive system. With custom profiles for every role within your department, everyone is instantly on the same page. Streamline eligibility tracking with automated transcript updates. Simplify scheduling with a centralized calendar. Enhance relationship building with personalized recruiting communications. This is more than a tool, it's a game changer.
A lot goes into building next year's roster. From identifying top prospects to fostering relationships that lead to commitment, recruiting is a full-time mission. WinOne brings it all together into one powerful platform. Whether you're on the road or at the office, WinOne is always within reach. Our iMessage automation makes connecting simple and efficient. Send personalized messages from your own number to every recruit on your list. Adding recruits is fast and effortless. Add as you go, upload a list, or even share a custom QR code. Visualize your roster like never before with the WinOne depth chart. Plan positions, customize views, and keep your recruiting strategies sharp. And just like that, you've built next year's roster. Centralized, connected, and built for success. That's recruiting with WinOne. You were built for your athletes. WinOne was built for you.
"37 words that transformed higher education and college athletics.
No person in the United States shall,
on the basis of sex,
be excluded from participation in,
be denied the benefits of,
or be subjected to discrimination
under any education program or activity,
receiving federal financial assistance."
Lighting is a science with a tremendous amount of complexity. Every field, stadium, and complex has its own challenges. From design to production to installation, Techline Sports Lighting has been a leader in sports lighting solutions for more than 20 years. Techline Sports Lighting, the official sports lighting partner of the Southern States Athletic Conference.
I want to welcome you live to the ballpark at Jackson. The SSAC Baseball Championship, Day 3, sort of. The third day of pool play rained out yesterday. Make up today with the championship now set for tomorrow. I'm Jeremy Smith alongside David Turner bringing you the action. In this one, it is the first game of Pool B here today as the 1-1 Loyola Wolfpack take on the 2-0 Abraham Baldwin Stallions. Let's look at this defensive alignment for Loyola. Behind the plate, it's Drew Lee. At first base, Landon Manson second, Brandon Mooney. Shortstop, Ben Harris. Third baseman, Jackson Burat. Left to right in the outfield is Garrett Felix, Cole Romero, and Miles Liggins, the man on the mound for the Wolfpack. It's number 6, the 6-foot junior from Allen, Texas, Thomas Hakimian. The numbers on Mr. Hakimian this year.
He's got a 5-1 record coming into this one. This will be his 9th appearance, 9th game started, 34 2/3 innings pitched this season, a 3.12 ERA, 28 strikeouts, 10 walks, a 265 batting average against.
The man leading off here is Quentin Rawls, the shortstop. Only one change in the ABAC lineup. We'll talk about it after this pitch. Hakimian has the offering grounded to short. Harris up and firing. Rawls is retired, one gone in the frame. The lineup for ABAC, and this is the change right here, it's number 12, Dylan Davis, the right fielder. He came in as an injury replacement for Joe Cooney and in the game against Mobile back on Thursday, and Cooney not available today. So we certainly hope that that's not a long-term issue for Joe Cooney, but Davis checked in, and so the Stallions keeping this lineup the same as it has been all week. It's Quentin Rawls, followed here by Dylan Davis. Christopher Wiley is third. It's Bryce Fordham, or Braden Fordham, rather, that is batting fourth as there's a single to left field. 5, 6, 7 in the order. It's Joe Fisher, Cameron Campbell, and Chasen Cash. 8th place hitter Harrison Childers, 9-hole Parker Wallace. The man at the plate right now, Christopher Wiley. He blasted a grand slam in the 8th inning against Mobile. Part of a 24-23 victory for the Stallions where they came back from down 11 to win in walk-off fashion. That one popped up in the triangle left side. Shortstop Ben Harris runs it down. Runner retreats to first. 2 gone in the frame for Hakimian. Now Braden Fordham. Fordham played a good game, moved runners, did a lot of little things. He was just the only guy without a hit in that 53-hit affair on Thursday. And so that means the way that baseball works, he'll have 5 hits in this one.
Very likely, just for that very reason right there.
The game always comes back around. That one misses, 1-0 to Fordham. Fordham in that cleanup spot for a reason. He's been really good for this ABAC team this year.
Fordham's second leading average hitter on this team, 342 average, 6 home runs, 40 RBIs on the season coming into this one.
He fouls that one back. Fordham out of McDonough, Georgia. Awaits the 1-1 offering. High pop, middle of the diamond. Underneath it is Ben Harris. He'll make the play, and the inning is over. So the base hit amounts to nothing. Relatively quick inning for Hakimi, and we go to the bottom of the first, SSAC.
Where the day starts with laughter in local shops and ends under the stars with live music. That's Jackson, Tennessee. It's a place where every moment is an invitation to explore, to connect, to be part of something bigger. Jackson isn't just a destination. It's where stories are written, memories in the making.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way.
Back here live at the ballpark at Jackson, bottom of the first in the offing here. Defensive alignment for this ABAC ball club. It's Parker Wallace behind the plate, Christopher Wally at first, Harrison Childers at second, Chasen Cash at third, Quentin Rawls at short, left to right in the outfield's Cameron Campbell. Or rather, Joe Fisher, Cameron Campbell, and then Dylan Davis left to right in the outfield. The man on the mound is number 22, Cade Haywood, the junior right-hander from Colquitt, Georgia.
This will be his 14th start on the season. He's got a 6-5 record, a 78 1/3 innings pitched, 69 strikeouts, and 12 walks on the season with a 4.37 ERA.
Brandon Mooney, the leadoff man, flies out to right. That's one gun. The lineup for this Loyola Ball Club, it's Brandon Mooney followed by Miles Liggins and Garrett Felix, first three. Then it's Cole Romero, Landon Manson, Marcus Steen, the designated hitter in this one. And then 7, 8, 9, it's Drew Lee, Ben Harris, Jackson Burat. So that sets the stage here between Loyola and ABAC. And these two teams entered as the top two teams in Pool B. They entered overall as the 2 and 3 seeds in the SSAC field. Loyola the 2 and ABAC the 3. Both of them in great shape in terms of hunting an at-large bid, but they'd rather go ahead and punch their tickets this weekend. 36-15 on the year for Loyola, 33-15 on the year for the Stallions of Abraham Baldwin. Again, this format we'll talk more about over the course of the day. That one outside corner in there for a strike. It's 1-2 to Miles Liggins. This format is a pool play format that will send the winner of each pool to the championship game tomorrow. And by virtue of winning their pool, they will get an automatic bid to the national tournament. That's called strike 3 on Miles Liggins. He's retired. And that's going to bring Garrett Felix to the dish. These two teams met back on March the 6th and 7th. ABAC won the first game 4-3 in 10 innings, and then Loyola won the ensuing matchups 11-8 and 16-5. Those games played down in New Orleans. That one over for a strike.
Felix, leading average hitter on this Loyola team, 414 coming into today, 4 home runs, 39 RBI.
Ball and a strike. That one will miss inside. 2-1 is the count. That one delivered, flared back by Garrett Felix. Felix awaits. Takes high there. Lifted, right field, running over. Davis is called off by Campbell. He'll squeeze it, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 frame for the Stallions. We head to the second SSAC.
It all began in 1937.
College sports communicators are the lifeblood of any broadcast on television.
Our communicators, our comm leads, our sports information directors, all those folks who touch this industry are really unsung heroes.
They love their university. They love their work. They go out of their way to present the great image for the university, for the players that they represent.
Learn more at collegesportscommunicators.com/celebratecsc.
Joe Fisher leading the inning off for the Stallions here. There's 5, 6, 7 due up. That one taken for a strike. Hakimian back to work here after working around a one-out single. Hakimian, as you noted, only 8 starts on the year, but among the Loyola starters, the best ERA at 3.12, and the best ERA by a pretty significant margin.
And outside of Prescott Marsh, the most starts, Marsh has 10. This is now Hackeman's 9th.
Fisher swings over the top of that one. That one flared left field. Shortstop ranges back and makes the play. Nice job by Ben Harris. He's been active already. Now Campbell to the dish. He'll take there. Campbell hitting .276 on the year. That one misses. 2-0 count. That one will miss there. 3-0 now. Campbell an opportunity to coax a walk. Bat's decorative on this pitch. And that one's over for a strike. Hakimian, you got to figure, based on these numbers, the only reason he's not on this, as there's a base hit up the middle for Campbell, the only reason he's not on this all-conference team is probably just amount of games played, as he only played in 8. But the numbers comparatively to the guys on the all-conference team, he has first-team all-conference type numbers, just not as many games played because of the, I believe there was an injury to him early in the season.
Numbers very strong for Hakimian, and you start looking at some of those things. Batting average against is good, a good low ERA, just over 3.
Chopper, left side. Harris tries to get there, nothing he can do with it, and that ball goes in the left. So a single through the left side for Chase and Cash. They go error on the play. Harrison Childers to the dish. The Childers with a chance to do something here.
302 average, a home run, 22 RBI for Childers.
Flares it foul. Let's talk about what this game means in the overall scheme and for the impact on the day ahead. ABAC's 2-0. If they win this ball game, that's it. They're in the championship game tomorrow, and they'll play whoever emerges from Pool B. There's a ground at third, on to second for 1, to first for 2. The double play, 5-4-3, gets them out of the inning. Nobody scores. We'll talk about impact on the other side, SSAC.
College sports communicators are the lifeblood of any broadcast on television.
Our communicators, our comm leads, our sports information directors, all those folks who touch this industry are really unsung heroes.
They love their university. They love their work. They go out of their way to present the great image for the university, for the players that they represent.
Learn more at collegesportscommunicators.com/celebratecsc.
Years from now, what will you remember? That. It's a small thing, but you know the small things in life feel the biggest. I'm doing it, Dad! Now that is something to remember.
Now batting first base. Come on now. Let's go, baby.
There you go. I knew you'd be back. You grabbed me, the Rawlings Trio, the most advanced baseball bat on the planet. And check out my window, man. That's the window to power, to a batting title, to post-game interviews. You and me, we're gonna light this guy up. Looking good, right? And that first rounder on the mound, I don't care if he goes curve, slider, or he's just throwing gas. With me, you've got the bat speed to catch up to anything. The fellas in the lab say it's because my extended barrel, composite handle, and end cap. Look, man, all I know is I've got the biggest sweet spot in the game, and that's the difference between fouling one off and lacing one into the gap. Yeah, feel that weight? That's me talking to your
Back to work here in the bottom of the second. It's Cole Romero leading off.
Romero, big bat in the middle of this lineup, a .350 average, 11 home runs, 66 RBI for the Wolfpack on the season.
You talk about Hakimian and the numbers being worthy of first-team All-Conference, just not enough games. And there's a shot down into left field, and it's a leadoff single for Cole Romero, who is first-team All-Conference. Also first-team All-Conference is Cade Haywood. So Haywood, if you had to label somebody as the number one for Abraham Baldwin, it would be Haywood. As you noted, the 69 strikeouts over 78 and a third, a 4.37 ERA. So Haywood is their best. That one outside corner for a strike.
And that's probably when you look at just the numbers and the innings pitched and all of those things. Obviously, injury can be factor into this, but when you look at ABAC, they have three clear guys that you can tell these are our starters. These are our horses. They're all three of them have at least 76 innings pitched, 76, 77, and Haywood with 78 coming into this ball game here tonight. So, or this morning. But so, three clear guys that seemingly been healthy all year and have helped produce the outcomes for this Stallions ball club.
Lifted, left field. Lannon Manson is retired. One gone here in the second. Back to the conversation we were having before the break there. The impact of this game, let's talk outcomes. Abraham Baldwin wins this ball game. They move on to tomorrow's championship game and will play the whoever emerges from Pool A there. Now, if Loyola wins this game, as that one's flared left field, ranging back and making the play, so two gone in the inning, and Marcus Steen is quickly retired. If Loyola wins this game, then all eyes on the Thomas-Mobile game that follows this one, because if Thomas were to beat Mobile, that is then a three-way tie, and we would get to the runs allowed tiebreaker as the first one to eliminate one of the three teams in the tie, and then it would be head-to-head between the other two teams. So the scenario for Abraham Baldwin is they need to win this game outright.
Yeah.
And if they lose it, it's got to be really low scoring because of the 23 runs allowed against Mobile just a couple of days ago. For Loyola, is that one in there and safe? For Loyola, they've got to win this game and hope for Mobile to beat Thomas, and Loyola then would be the outright winner of the pool and would advance. Or they would, if Thomas won, they would need it to be also a high-scoring affair and to the point that they gave up more runs than Abraham Baldwin. High and deep left field over the monster and out of here. Drew Lee with a 2-run shot. And I was going to mention this earlier, Drew Lee in the lineup for the third straight game, and I think that may be a product of you got the off day, so now your catcher's kind of reset too.
Yeah, the off day probably helped, and interestingly enough, his first home run on the season.
What a time to get it.
Yeah, big time to come through here for this team.
Drew Lee with an absolute mash over the monster in left field, the junior out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Again, we've talked about the dimensions at this ballpark all week long. If you haven't seen this park or haven't heard us talk about it, it's about 318 or so down the line in left field, and there is a giant 20-foot wall called the Blue Monster. Now, ranging down from that, the wall is probably a good, 14, 15 feet high the rest of the way around the field. So the fence plays very high. It's 392 to deep center, or to straightaway center. It's 320 down the right field line. Deepest part of the park is actually the power alleys because the wall bows back in center field. So you're looking closer to the 400-foot mark in the power alleys in the corners, and so the ballpark plays for extra base hits. And that ball was absolutely mashed over the monster in a 2-0 lead, and now a 3-0 count on Ben Harris. That one's over for a strike. Big cut through that one. Full count, payoff pitch on the way. Big cut, can't get it. Ben Harris is retired, but the 2-run homer from Drew Lee gives the Wolfpack a 2-0 lead as we head to the third on the SSAC Baseball Championship.
Now batting first baseman. Come on now. Let's go, baby.
There you go. I knew you'd be back. You grabbed me, the Rawlings Trio, the most advanced baseball bat on the planet. And check out my window, man. That's the window to power, to a batting title, to post-game interviews. You and me, we're gonna light this guy up. Looking good, right? And that first rounder on the mound, I don't care if he goes curve, slider, or he's just throwing gas. With me, you've got the bat speed to catch up to anything. The fellas in the lab say it's because my extended barrel, composite handle, and end cap. Look, man, all I know is I've got the biggest sweet spot in the game, and that's the difference between fouling one off and lacing one into the gap. Yeah, feel that weight? That's me talking to your hands. With my balance and your quick wrist, this chump doesn't even know what he's up against. Listen, don't look right now, but his girlfriend's eyeballing you. All right, focus, man. It's showtime, baby.
Two-nothing ball game here. Parker Wallace leading off the inning for the Stallions. 9-1-2 due up in the frame. Wallace rolls Davis. Akemian gets the first one over for a strike.
Wallace a .256 average and 10 RBIs on the season. Strike 2 thrown by Hakimian.
Hakimian, the southpaw from Allen, Texas. Right back to work here. Delivers. Flared right side. Liggins is there. One gone in the inning. Quentin rolls to the plate. Kicks and fires. That one misses. It's a 1-0 count. He'll take there. 1-1. Rolls. Was retired quickly his first time. Hakimian wastes no time, gets the ball back, and goes right back to work. Behind 2-1. I like the pace with which Hakimian is working.
He knows the assignment.
Yep, 2-2. I think that pace matters so much for your defense as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you take a long time on the mound. You're letting guys fall asleep out in that field, and that's a strikeout for Hakimian.
So Rawls is retired. 2 gone in the inning now for Davis. Over, no, just misses there. 1-0. Ball and no strikes. Akimian back to work. Over on that one. 1-1 is your count. Dylan Davis awaits. Misses inside. 2-1. Lifted left field, coming on and squeezing it is the left fielder Garrett Felix. It's a 1-2-3 frame for Hakimian. We head to the bottom of the third, SSAC.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
Hometown ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple.
Jackson Burat leading the inning off here in the bottom of the third inning. Burat, the 9-hole hitter. It's a 9-1-2. Burat, Mooney, Liggins. Burat 276 on the year, couple homers, 31 RBIs. He's coached 25 walks in his time and has been hit by a pitch 12 times this year. That is second most on this Loyola team behind Colin Zarang. And that was predictive. He is now tied with Colin Zarang. To the dish is Brandon Mooney. Mooney opened the day at 383. He's 0 for 1 in this one. He'll take away there. One 0 count. Mooney shows bunt, pulls back, 2-0. Throws over and back on his belly easily is Burat. Burat is a threat to go. Talked about it all week. This is a Loyola team that's stolen 179 bases this season. Burat has stolen 18 of those. Line down the right field line, hooking, and it's on the line. Fair ball. That's going to be at least 2 for Brandon Mooney, and he'll pull in at second. And a great job there by Davis in right field to get to that ball and get it in. That looked like it was guaranteed to get a run home. Instead, Davis gets over and gets it into the cutoff man, and they'll check Burat up at third. But there's runners on second and third now with nobody out for Miles Liggins. Liggins has had a good week. He started the week with a 152 batting average. He's elevated it to 250. So Miles Liggins with an excellent week, and that has got him up in the 2-hole in today's lineup. He's 0 for 1 in this one with a strikeout. But Miles Liggins climbing that batting average up 98 points between the start of the week and the start of the day. He's behind 0-1. Hits to the third baseman. He'll fire over to first. Third baseman playing in front of the bag there for that particular result. And they got Liggins. So one gun in the frame for Garrett Felix. Garrett Felix, leading hitter on this team, 414, 4 homers, 39 RBIs. 22 of his 72 hits have gone for extra bases. And he'll look to try to cash in at least one of these runners that are in scoring position right now. He takes away 1-0. Burat was hit by a pitch. Mooney doubled. That's how we got to where we are here. In the third, flared back foul. Karam's around on the bleachers, and Felix will step back in with a 1-1 on him. Felix, the lefty out of Scott, Louisiana, transferred from Nicholls State University. He awaits the offering here. Flared back foul again. 1-2 count on him. Misses high. 2-2. Felix will dig back in. Runners will take their leads. Defense in on the corners. Regular depth in the middle. Full count now for Felix. Haywood laboring a little bit here. Full count payoff pitch on the way. Grounder to the second baseman. Up and firing, throws it away. So an RBI for Garrett Felix on the ground to ball, and then the second run scores on the throwing error. And it's a 4-0 lead for Loyola as Childers made the play and probably had more time than he thought he had. He rushed the throw, threw it high. That allowed Mooney to come around and score, and right now they've advanced Felix to second based on where the throw went. Got into dead ball territory. So the umpires come together to discuss. No change to the outcome. He's on second after the throwing error, 4-0. Still just one out in the inning, and we go to Landon Manson. Manson turns on that one. It's going to be foul, but a violent swing for Landon Manson. That ball had to look like a beach ball to him because he turned on it so quickly. Manson will dig back in. Oh, 0-1 count. Fouls it off his fist, 0-2. Umpire needs more baseballs. I've been saying Manson. I apologize. It's Cole Romero. Manson is on deck. Looked down and saw the number 9 and had that on the mind. It's Cole Romero at the dish here. 0-2 count on Cole Romero. Big cut, can't get it. Romero strikes out. Nice job by Haywood to come back and get him after those 2 foul balls. Gave him something off speed. Now Landon Manson. 0 for 1 in the game. Runner on second. Flared foul. Manson awaits the 0-1. On the ground, left side, shortstop, backhand, sliding stop. Great job, up and firing. Rawls got him. But to score, it's 4-0 Loyola as we head to the 4th SSAC.
Hometown Ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaa.org.
Welcome back live to the ballpark at Jackson as we head to the top of the 4th here. Loyola leading 4-0. 2-run homer by Drew Lee. An RBI grounder from Garrett Felix. And a throwing error on the back end of that play. They got another run home, and that's all the scoring so far. It's Wally Fordham Fisher to start this inning. 3-4-5 for the Stallions. It's an unusual setup, but it's the nature of outdoor spring sports that everything is card subject to change. You arrived in Jackson, Tennessee on Tuesday. Attended the banquet, you had your practice, and you're hitting on the field, and you figured we're going to play 3 straight days for an opportunity to play a 4th straight day. As is, you played 2 days. You got a day rained out. Now you're making up for it and trying to get to tomorrow. So how do you handle the off day in between here? There's not a lot of practice over the course of the regular season for something like that. But Loyola has responded quite well. And if you're Abraham Baldwin, it's a little bit of a catch-22. It's, do you like the extra off day after you played a 53-hit, 47-run marathon of a game with all those emotions? Or would you rather just get up and keep hitting because you hit everything in sight over the course of that game? Right now, 2 balls, 2 strikes on Christopher Wally. The big first baseman awaits. Wally takes inside. Wally, a transfer from Florida International. That one fouled away. Full count, payoff pitch in the offing. Hakimian delivers. And the walk to Wally. He heads down to first. Now Braden Fordham. Fordham, the DH. Steps in. That one over for a strike. Long look in there for Hakimi, and he checks the runner and delivers. Fordham flares it right center, slicing and over to right, and Liggins has it. First look at the wind today. It is blowing across the diamond from left toward right, so that ball was hit toward right center and sliced all the way over to Liggins in right field. Now Joe Fisher. Fisher out of Canton, Georgia. 0 for 1 in this one. Misses there 1-0. Joe Fisher awaits. There's a strike. That one misses there, or now 2-2 rather. Called strike 3. Fisher is retired. Now it's Cam Campbell. Cameron Campbell from Marietta, Georgia, Lassiter High School. Inside, misses 1-0. That one misses again, 2-0. So a little rough math here. 34 runs allowed by ABAC so far, and that matters because you start to look at if you get into the three-way tie scenario. Again, that would be a Loyola win here and a Thomas win over Mobile would create a three-way tie. In the differentiator there, you eliminate one of those three teams by runs allowed, and so that number of runs given up, which right now by ABAC is 34, would be detrimental to them. They would need Thomas to give up a tremendous amount of runs despite the win in order for ABAC to advance there, or ABAC wins this game outright, and that's how ABAC would advance. Strike 3, tags him out. Campbell's retired, and we head to the home half of the fourth in a 4-0 ball game in the SSAC.
college sports communicators are the lifeblood of any broadcast on television.
Our communicators, our comm leads, our sports information directors, all those folks who touch this industry are really unsung heroes.
They love their university. They love their work. They go out of their way to present the great image for the university, for the players that they represent.
Learn more at collegesportscommunicators.com/celebratecsc.
And it's going to be Steen to lead off the bottom of the fourth inning here for the Wolfpack. First pitch is low and inside out of the hand of Haywood. Haywood fires that one in outside, ball 2. Steen in this one. 0 for 1 his first trip up to the plate. Haywood's pitch fired down the line, caught and snagged by the first baseman. Great play over at first by Christopher Wally to get the first out of the inning. Drew Lee up to the plate next, the catcher, and his first plate appearance mashed a 2-run homer over the Blue Monster out in left field. Let's see how they pitch him this time. Come right after him here does Haywood, gets the first strike. Second pitch from Haywood. Shows bunt, pulls back, but still a strike. Trying to catch the defense off guard. Everybody set back behind all the bags, so not a bad thought. Lee takes a swing, dribbles it right to the shortstop, fires it across the diamond, out number 2 of the inning. Rawls played that one well, made it routine. That'll bring Rawls' counterpart to the dish, Ben Harris, the number 8 hole hitter for the Wolfpack. Haywood's first pitch coming to him, swing and a miss. Second pitch coming, fouls it straight back, does Harris. And Jeremy was talking about those runs given up by ABAC here if it becomes the tiebreaker situation. The third pitch from Hayward to this at bat is low. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. ABAC after the Mobile game behind in the runs scored category, or the runs allowed category. Pitch outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So ABAC in need of some help when it comes to that run scored category. That one flared to the right field side and foul. Runs allowed is what I meant to say. Yeah, runs scored is ABAC would lead in that one as well. Pitch from Hayward, dribbled out in front. Harris trying to beat it out. Hayward gets to it, flips to the first baseman, gets the no, the ball's dropped. Harris is going to be safe. Throw was there. Wally could not come up with it. Don't know if the runner impeded his vision in some way or what, but as it is, Loyola has a runner on first. And Haywood has to face another batter. And that'll be Jackson Burat, the 9-hole hitter. Runner takes off for second. Throw was there, but he beat it with the slide. Rawls played it well. It's one thing we've mentioned about this Loyola team a couple of different times in this tournament. 179 stolen bases coming into it, now 180 stolen bases on the season. That is a massive number, so they look to do damage on the base pads, and this is really a gap-to-gap hitting team. And with the way the field plays and lays out, it's really a good place for Loyola, this team, to play here, the way they try to run their offense. Ball 3. So now Burat steps back in. Hayward takes a sign. Hayward's had to labor here the last couple of innings. Gets one across for strike one. Hayward's pitch out. Oh, give him the strike on the black. Burat ready to throw the bat and walk to first. Umpire gave him that one. So 3-2 count with 2 outs, runner on second. Runner goes. Burat flares it in the left, and he gets a base hit. Runner's going to score. Great piece of hitting from Burat. Just threw that bat head at it on the outside part of the plate. Took it the other way. Lands in front of the left fielder, and he picks up an RBI here, and it's now 5-0. Loyola lead. And it brings it back to the top of the order. Brandon Mooney now. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Haywood looks, fires. Mooney lines it over the first baseman's head, but foul. So over 3 straight innings, the Wolfpack have scored some runs. Mooney looks, see if he can make it. He'll make it another run here in this one. Check the runner, he's safe. Haywood sets. Well outside, runner takes off for second. Rawls late getting there, but they get the tag on him and he's out to end the inning. Rawls, great job recovering, gets the tag. I think he slid a little bit past the bag. As it is, it gets Haywood out of the inning. 5-0 is the Loyola lead. We'll get to the top of the 5th here. This is the SSAC.
Years from now, what will you remember? That. It's a small thing, but you know the small things in life feel the biggest.
I'm doing it, Dad!
Now that is something to remember.
Now batting first baseman. Come on now. Let's go, baby.
There you go. I knew you'd be back. You grabbed me, the Rawlings Trio, the most advanced baseball bat on the planet. And check out my window, man. That's the window to power, to a batting title, to post-game interviews. You and me, we're gonna light this guy up. Looking good, right? And that first rounder on the mound, I don't care if he goes curve, slider, or he's just throwing gas. With me, you've got the bat speed to catch up to anything. The fellas in the lab say it's because my extended barrel, composite handle, and end cap. Look, man, all I know is I've got the biggest sweet spot in the game, and that's the difference between fouling one off and lacing one into the gap. Yeah, feel that weight? That's me talking to your hands. With my balance and your quick wrist, this chump doesn't even know what he's up against. Listen, don't look right now, but his girlfriend's eyeballing you. All right, focus, man. It's showtime, baby.
SSAC all-name team chasing Cash up to lead off the inning. First pitch to him is outside. Cash in this one, 0 for 1. It's 7-8-9 here in the top of the fifth. It's ball 2 delivered to Cash. Hakamian finally gets the strike across. 2-1 is the count. Hakamian swing and a miss from Cash. Just 2 hits allowed to this point by the Loyola pitcher. He's been good so far. Hakamian sets. Catcher moves the outside part of the plate. Hits it, strike 3. What a pitch. Hakamian delivered it right to the target for the out 1 here in the inning. That'll bring Harrison Childers to the plate. Hakamian, first pitch to him, gets the black on the inside part of the plate for strike 1. Childers swings, dribbler to the shortstop, fires across the diamond, scoop play at first, out. Great pick by Manson at first. Throw was low. He had to make the play to get the out, and he does. That's out number 2 here in the inning. So that'll give us the catcher for ABAC, Parker Wallace. First pitch misses. Hakamian fouled back behind home plate. That one inside, almost got him. Hakamian gets some chalk resin on his hand, goes back to the mound. Swing and a miss from Parker Wallace. That's 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the inning. Pitch is away, ball 3. Hakamian rocks, fires. Inside, ball 4, so a runner aboard for the Stallions. Hakamian unable to get the 1-2-3 inning here in the top of the 5th. So we'll go to the top of the Stallion order, and it's Quentin Rawls back up to the plate. 0 for 2 in this one. Hakimi in 62 pitches going into this at bat. One strike is the count. Checks the runner, not going anywhere. Wallace. Just 1 for 1 on stolen base attempts on the season. So you wouldn't think a big threat on the base pads. That pitch is high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside, runner's going to go for second. Pitch got away from the catcher. So Wallace will find himself at second now. An opportunity for Rawls for an RBI with a base hit. So the opportunity presents itself to get a run on the board here in the 5th for the Stallions if Rawls can deliver here. Ackerman ball 3. So you'd think Rawls swinging on this one unless the pitch is well outside or off the plate. Rawls swings, foul ball, full count. Rawls again a .397 batting average this season coming into this game. 47 RBI. And they walk him. Hakimi loses Rawls, so now 2 on the base paths for Dylan Davis. Davis 1 for 2 at the plate, and that's going to bring out a little conversation here at the mound. Obviously not going to pull Hakimi in at this point, but going to try to settle him back down, get things back on the rails, and get out of this inning. Hakimi pitched too well to even think about pulling him at this point. Dylan Davis will be the man at the plate. .267 average, couple of home runs, 19 RBIs for him this season. So everybody will reset. Hakimi will go back up and toe the rubber. First pitch to Davis. He swings, fouls it off. Second pitch. Again, Davis swinging, fouls it off early that time. So now he's in the hole 0-2, got to shorten up, try to do something with it to get a run in here for his team. That pitch high for ball 1 to Davis. Two outs here in the inning. Davis readies. Pitch comes, ball again high and outside. Kemian's pitch. Davis takes that one deep, but it is foul. Just got out in front of that one. Still protecting, 2 strikes, 2 balls coming to Davis. Pitch, Davis checks, does hold up, so it's a full count. Hakimian's run it full to Davis. Don't want to load the bases if you're Hakimian, even with 2 outs, because then anything can really happen. Ball squirts away from your catcher. Runners go, and it's strike 3 to get out of the inning. Big time pitch from Hakimian to get himself out of this one. No runs, 2 men left on for ABAC. We go to the bottom of the 5th. This is the SSAC Baseball Championships.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaa.org.
So Mooney starts off the bottom of the 5th for the Wolfpack after runner was thrown out at second to end the previous inning. He'll get another shot here. Hayward still on the mound for the Stallions. That was ball 1 thrown to Mooney. Haywood gets the call on that one. Strike 1 across the outside part of the plate. Mooney swings at that, fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. ABAC in need of a shutdown inning here from Hayward. Give them an opportunity with the bats. Pitch outside. Evens the count at 2. Fouled back. Still 2 strikes on Mooney. Mooney's had a productive week here in this tournament. Been effective at the dish, but seen several times him flash to the leather and do a lot of little things out at second base for this team. Mooney puts that one up in the air. Center fielder runs up underneath it. Makes the play, does Campbell, ranging to his left out in center. Liggins now will come to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Haywood rocks it, fires it. Gets called on the inside part of the plate. Pitch straight up in the air. Shortstop is getting under it. Rawls squeezes it out 2. It's the kind of inning Hayward needed after giving up runs in 3 consecutive innings. If he can get the shutdown inning here, he feels a whole lot better about his outing, and that's going to bring Garrett Felix, dangerous bat, up to the plate for the Wolfpack. Felix 0 for 2 with an RBI, gets it out to Rawls. Rawls fires across the diamond. 1-2-3 inning for Haywood, just what he needed for him and the Stallions. They come back up to the dish here in the top of the 6th. This is the SSAC.
Hometown ticketing makes it fast and easy to buy tickets on your school's website or in the new Hometown Fan app. It's simple. Just search for your school, buy your tickets, and they'll be right there in your account, ready to be scanned when you get to your event. Download the Hometown Fan app today.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Get in the game at playnaia.org.
Want to welcome you back live to the ballpark at Jackson as we get going here in the top of the 6th. Am I right on that?
You are right.
Okay. We've been moving right along. Listen, let's reset as Christopher Wally's at the dish, Wally Fordham Fisher, and Hakimian back to work. We need to reset this scenario conversation for today. Here's what we have learned. It's actually we'd read the language wrong. It's not in a three-way tie scenario. All right, so let's talk first about how we get to a three-way tie scenario. If this score holds and Loyola beats Abraham Baldwin, that puts both of those teams at 2-1. If Thomas were to beat Mobile, that puts 3 teams at 2-1. Then you go to a three-way tie scenario. So in a three-way tie scenario, there is a differentiator in the bylaws or in the rules that would eliminate one team from the three-way tie, and then you go to head-to-head for the 2 remaining teams. Well, the differentiator is runs allowed. However, it's not runs allowed over the course of the entire tournament. It's runs allowed between the 3 teams in the tie. Therefore, Abraham Baldwin's 24-23 game against Mobile would not matter, would not impact it at all. So here's the scenario that you're in. Abraham Baldwin has allowed, as there's a liner over the head of Mooney. That ball looks like it had eyes and just got right over the glove of Mooney. Currently, Thomas is locked in. They have completed their games against Abraham Baldwin and Loyola, who are the 2 teams with whom they could potentially be tied. They have allowed 13 runs. As of this moment, that would eliminate Thomas in a three-way tie scenario if this score holds 5-0. Loyola has allowed 8 runs. They gave up 8 to Thomas. They've yet to allow any here today. That's a quick inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. We're going to keep this here so that we can talk through this scenario. Loyola is in an odd position of, if they were to give up, or if they were to score another run, now Thomas and ABAC are tied in the runs allowed category. If Loyola scores 2 more runs, then ABAC would be the team that's eliminated via that three-way tie situation if we were to get there, and Thomas would win head-to-head against Loyola, and Thomas would advance. So basically, the only way Loyola can control their destiny is to win this ball game 5-0, and then still hope that and under that scenario for Loyola, if they were to win this ball game 5-0, it doesn't matter if Mobile wins or Thomas wins. Loyola would outright clinch it via the tiebreaker scenario. But if
so, 5 is their magic number.
5's the magic number. If it's 6 or 7, then now you're hoping against hope that for things that are out of your control. It's wacky. It's wacky, but it's where we are. Let's hold it right here as we get ready for the next inning. So Loyola is in the sweet spot of 5-0 right now, and if the score holds as is, they will advance under any scenario, is my understanding. Now, the tournament committee may tell me we've interpreted that wrong, but that was not the understanding that we left with. So if at 5-0, Loyola is the team that advances. Or at 5-1 or 5-2 or 5-3. Well, and see, here's where it gets interesting. Let's say that ABAC comes back and ties this game at 5-all. Like, now Loyola's allowed 13. Thomas is allowed 13.
Hey.
And if Loyola wins the game 6-5, they're all at 13. So
is that where we bring them all together and go rock, paper, scissors?
Home run derby, boys. Let's go. But your pitchers have to hit. 2-1 is the count on Cole Romero, followed by Landon Manson and Marcus Steen. That one's over for a strike. Two count.
ABAC with one warming up now in the bullpen.
Yeah, you're looking at that pitch count. Haywood started the inning at 72 pitches. Up the middle and a base hit. So leadoff single for Cole Romero. Full count payoff pitch is all Romero winning that battle. Now you got the leadoff man aboard. They'll throw over and chase Romero back. Manson awaits. Big cut through that one. Lifted center field, ranging back and squeezing it.
I think it's interesting to note
2 days in this tournament, we talked about wind blowing out, especially that power alley area there in left center. Today, wind blowing in.
Yeah, much more, yeah.
And we've seen a couple of balls kind of get out there in the outfield and die a little bit, outside, of course, of the blast by Lee in that very first inning, or the second inning, rather.
They'll chase him back on his belly.
So playing under different circumstances, it's, what would you say, 15-plus degrees cooler than it was a couple of days ago?
Yeah, I'd say even more maybe. It's quite chilly out there today. Marcus Steen awaits, runner at first. Fouled away. Fired back.
Haywood wanted that one.
That one will miss. 1-1.
Romero, 24 steals on the season before this one began.
Chopper fires to second. Got the lead runner. One gone, or two gone rather.
That'll be Drew Lee to the dish. 1 for 2 with that mammoth home run in the second.
Yeah, his first homer of the year. He'll lift that one. Foul territory, first base side, out of play. Five nothing is your score. Lifted, center field. Long run in for Campbell. Still going, and he got there. So the single amounts to nothing. It stays 5-0. We head to the seventh, the SSAC.
At Risk Strategies, we know how important the health and well-being of your student athletes are. During their time in college, they'll face pressure from all different directions, from performance expectations to rigorous physical training, strict schedules, and bodily injuries. These are just a few of the stressors that can be burdens to your dedicated student athletes. With Academic Sports Care, our athletic division focuses on providing specialized insurance and health and wellness solutions exclusively for college and university athletic programs to help your students succeed by staying healthy and safe, offering best-in-class services through innovation and care. Academic Sports Care is a winning solution for your student athletes.
Enter WinOne, a platform that unifies athletic management into one intuitive system. With custom profiles for every role within your department, everyone is instantly on the same page. Streamline eligibility tracking with automated transcript updates. Simplify scheduling with a centralized calendar. Enhance relationship building with personalized recruiting communications. This is more than a tool, it's a game changer.
Jason Cash to the dish. 7, 8, 9 here. Cash, Childers, Wallace.
Cash 0 for 2.
Lifted right field. Ranging back. And makes the catch on the track.
Cash just missed that one. That was at the foot of the wall. Flag pretty much perfectly still in the outfield or behind the wall.
Yeah, one of the few times during the day this week that we have not had much wind. Childers swings through that one. Just 3 hits so far for the Stallions. Quite the job done by Hakimian. 2 walks, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts. There's a grounder to the shortstop. Harris can't handle it. Yeah, Hakimian, that was, I believe, the 93rd pitch. We'll have to check that. 4th hit allowed.
92nd.
Yep, 92 pitches.
You're right there at it.
Now it's Parker Wallace. He'll take.
And let's put on the manager hat here for Loyola. It's 5-0. You're at 90 now, 3 pitches for Hakimian. You know you're not going to burn him anymore this week, so how long do you keep him? Just as long as he's comfortable and
well, and you got a
still
5-run
throwing?
lead. I think, until it becomes apparent that it's just not there. Right now, he's still got control.
Absolutely.
Third baseman Burat, diving effort, can't come up with it. That gets down the left field corner. That's going to get runners at second and third. And the Stallions starting to gallop here in the 7th.
Courtesy runner will come in for the catcher. Again, that is number 6, Cooper Scruggs.
So Scruggs will run. Rawls to the dish. 1 out in the 7th and a 5-run deficit, and ABAC not done yet. Thomas rooting for Loyola to win this ball game, to give themselves a chance. Swing and a miss there. ABAC win means that Mobile and Thomas has no impact at all on the outcome of the pool. That one will miss. 1-1. Fouls that one off.
And you're right, Loyola Thomas rooting for Loyola, but they're rooting for anything other than this 5-0 score.
But yeah, they're rooting for Loyola first, and then it's, score a couple more, boys. That one fouled back. Ball and 2 strikes. Fouls that one away. Rolls way out in front. The 1-2 on the way. Chopper over the head of the third baseman. That's going to get 2 home. It's a 5-2 ball game. And Rawls slides in. So a chopping double over the head of the third baseman.
And some motion in the Loyola pen. Righty up and throwing. Dylan Davis 1 for 3 in this ball game. Still only one out, man on second. First pitch is in for a strike. Akemian now over 100 pitches. Davis fouls that one off for strike 2. Strikeout would be big here for Akemian, leaving one out in the inning. Not necessarily having to worry about the man at second. That one lined to left field. Rawls is going to get in and score. He slips coming around third. He has to go back.
So bad break from the gravel and the dirt there, or rather as he rounds third base and slips. That's going to keep a run off the board for now. Dylan Davis with a hit.
So Wally up 0 for 2 with a walk. Again, this was the man in the Wild game, 24-23 game that hit the score-tying grand slam. With 18 home runs on the season, it's a 1-1 count. Runners on second and third. Strike 3. Well, the count was wrong on the board and in our live stats. But as it is, that's out number 2. Akemian feels good about it. So you eliminate the big bat. Now you bring up Braden Fordham, who's no slouch in his own right. Fordham goes first pitch right to the second baseman. Mooney fires it over, gets out number 3. Akemian gets out of it with limited damage. 5-2 is the Wolfpack lead. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Let's stretch it out.
A lot goes into building next year's roster. From identifying top prospects to fostering relationships that lead to commitment, recruiting is a full-time mission. WinOne brings it all together into one powerful platform. Whether you're on the road or at the office, WinOne is always within reach. Our iMessage automation makes connecting simple and efficient. Send personalized messages from your own number to every recruit on your list. Adding recruits is fast and effortless. Add as you go, upload a list, or even share a custom QR code. Visualize your roster like never before with the WinOne depth chart. Plan positions, customize views, and keep your recruiting strategies sharp. And just like that, you've built next year's roster. Centralized, connected, and built for success. That's recruiting with WinOne. You were built for your athletes. WinOne was built for you.
Back to work in the 7th. Now 5-2. Abraham Baldwin has been really good late in this tournament, or late in games, that is. Felt like they were destined for more than 2 that inning. A good job by Hakimian to get out of it.
Haywood now ahead 0 for 2 on Ben Harris leading off the inning.
Both bullpens moving. Hakimian is at 108 pitches. Loyola with some activity down there. And now Haywood at 87 pitches. And the reliever down there appears ready. He's just throwing intermittently. Ball in 2 strikes right now. Haywood delivers. On the ground. Scooped and fired. Rawls throws him out. Harris is retired. Now Jackson Burat to the dish. That one misses outside, 1-0. Two and 0. Haywood fires. Lifted right field, slicing, and it'll drop. So a single for Jackson Burat to the top of the order in Brandon Mooney. That one over. And a stolen base for Burat. I believe that's 19 for him on the year.
It is 19 to 21.
Mooney will step back in. Over for a strike. 0-2 now on Brandon Mooney. Mooney's got a double on his line today. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. Mooney slices it toward the left fielder. Diving catch, and what a play. Joe Fisher robs Mooney.
That ball was sinking fast. Harris read it perfectly off the bat. Makes an incredible play.
Miles Liggins now with 2 out. That one's over for a strike. 0-1. Misses outside. Calling a strike on Liggins. Down the line, foul. Liggins will dig back in now. 1-2 on him with 2 away. Flared foul. Haywood will check the runner at second and deliver. Chopper to the shortstop. Rawls looking at the runner who froze in front of him. An umpire calling interference on the runner and calls him out. So they're calling interference on the runner going to third, saying he froze under the chopper of the ground ball. And that interfered with Rawls' ability to make the play. And so the argument continues. Jeremy Kennedy very displeased. But the umpires have not come together. Runners have remained on their bases. If they go to the dugout, there's no appeal. See if can he convince them to come together for an appeal? Does not appear so. Liggins heads to right. We head to the 8th, SSAC.
"37 words that transformed higher education and college athletics. No person in the United States shall,
on the basis of sex,
be excluded from participation in,
be denied the benefits of,
or be subjected to discrimination
under any education program or activity,
receiving federal financial assistance."
Joe Fisher leading it off, followed by Campbell and then Cash, the new pitcher for Loyola. Number 22, Frank Fernandez, the 6'1" sophomore out of Miami.
Fernandez, the 16th appearance on the season with him, a 1-0 record, a 2.41 ERA with 3 saves, 18 2/3 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts, 9 walks on the season.
Fouled away. Five-2 is your score. Check swing. Didn't matter. It was a strike anyway. 1-2 on Fisher. 1 for 3 for Fisher today. Love to get something started for his team here. That one will miss. 2-2. Misses outside, 3-2. Full count, payoff pitch on the way. Flared back foul. Payoff pitch incoming. Misses away. Fisher heads down to first. Leadoff man aboard. Frank Fernandez hasn't walked very many this year.
Just the 10th walk on the season for him.
Now it's Campbell. He's 1 for 3. ABAC needs to make some trouble here in the 8th as they're running out of outs. Campbell, high fly ball. 1 pitch, 1 out right there. That'll turn things into the hands of Chase and Cash, who's 0 for 3. Cash awaits. He'll take strike 1. Flared right side, long run, foul into the bullpen. Oh, 2 count now on Chase and Cash. He's got to protect. They got to find a way to cash in the Fisher double. Big cut, can't get it. Cash is retired. Fisher remains at first. Now it's up to Parker Wallace. If ABAC's going to have any chance of getting anything back here in the 8th. That one misses. 1-0. Foul back off the screen. One count on Childers. He's 1 for 3. Chopper to the shortstop. Harris sits back on it, makes the throw. Got him. So the leadoff single amounts to nothing. We head to the bottom of the 8th in a 3-run game, SSAC.
Lighting is a science with a tremendous amount of complexity. Every field, stadium, and complex has its own challenges. From design to production to installation, Techline Sports Lighting has been a leader in sports lighting solutions for more than 20 years. Techline Sports Lighting, the official sports lighting partner of the Southern States Athletic Conference.
Where the day starts with laughter in local shops and ends under the stars with live music. That's Jackson, Tennessee. It's a place where every moment is an invitation to explore, to connect, to be part of something bigger. Jackson isn't just a destination. It's where stories are written, memories in the making.
Back here live, bottom 8. It's Felix leading it off. 3-4-5, Felix Romero Manson. Haywood still working. 100 pitches. There's a grounder to second. And one gone. 6 hits, no walks, 3 Ks. 5 runs, 3 earned for Haywood. Hakimi in the pitcher of record for Loyola. He stands to win it. 6 Ks, 2 walks, 7 hits, 2 earned. 7 innings and 108 pitches. Here's Romero. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Fouls it off. Cole Romero awaits. Lifted center field, ranging back. Campbell, long run still going to the track. Got it. That ball earlier in the week is way gone. It's one of the better hit balls we've seen this week.
It is. That one pretty much dead center. A wind carries it over into that little bit right center field area. Campbell tracks it well right at the warning track. Brings up Landon Manson for the Wolfpack. He's 0 for 3 in this one.
Manson takes 1-0. That one's over for a strike. This is outside. 2-1 now. Landon Manson, 0 for 3. Chopper, third baseman, up and firing. Got him. We go to the ninth in a 3-run game. 3 outs to play for the Stallions to try to extend their opportunity here in Jackson, Tennessee. SSAC.
It all began in 1937. A vision to start something different, something better. A college athletics association where competition wasn't just about the scoreboard, but about character, growth, and rising together. From that first tip-off, the NAIA has grown in size and in spirit, in the way we play, the way.
5-2 is your score. Parker Wallace takes it, strike one. Wallace rolls Davis, 9-1-2 for the Stallions here in the ninth. If Wallace could reach, you'd imagine Cooper Scruggs will come in and run it first. They need 3. They've had larger comebacks in this tournament. They were down 21-10 to Mobile in the 6th. But 3 with 3 outs to play is no small task, especially against an arm the quality of Frank Fernandez, who stands to save it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one misses. Fouled away. Five, 2. 2-2 count. Almost hit him. Full count now on Parker Wallace. Lifted foul. Wallace lines that one foul. Full count payoff pitch again from Frank Fernandez to Parker Wallace. Straight up the chute, right side. First baseman Landon Manson underneath, and it carries out of play. Again, wind blowing that direction probably helped that one a little bit.
Yeah, when it went up, I thought Manson had a play on it, and it kept drifting further and further towards that wall and ended up blowing top of the seat, lower section of seats here.
Full count again. Another payoff pitch. Big cut, can't get it. Fernandez wins the battle. Stallions are down to 2 outs. It was a 10-pitch at bat, but it doesn't bear fruit for Parker Wallace this time. Quentin Rawls, 1 for 2 with a double and 2 RBIs. They need the leadoff man aboard. Strike one. Rawls holds. 1-1.
Hey, Rawls was trying to say that
umpire signaled 0-2. He said Rawls swung through that. Got a piece. I think Rawls is saying it got a piece of his hand. Umpire puts him aboard. Rawls showed early that he thought it got him. You don't normally see a delay that way.
Apparently there was evidence on the hand of Rawls.
Yeah. Now just think of what that has to look like.
Yeah.
The ball. Yeah.
Yeah. That quickly.
Yeah, where'd you think this Bruce came from? Lifted, foul, out of play. Dylan Davis, 2 for 4 today. Davis from Cordele, Georgia. Rawls takes the lead. That one over for a strike. 0-2 count, and now Dylan Davis has got to protect here. Fernandez delivers. It gets away. Rawls will trot down to second.
That's huge. Takes away the double play.
Now Dylan Davis will step back in, 1 and 2 with a runner in scoring position. Ran it inside and high, 2 and 2. Dylan Davis awaits the 2-2 Rawls with a lead at second. Misses 3 and 2. Full count now. Payoff pitch on the way to Davis. And he'll take ball 4. So runners on first and second now.
That'll bring up Christopher Wally.
Wally, the big RBI man for the Stallions, 0 for 3 today. Big looping swing. Takes away a 1-0. That one gets the outside corner, 1-1 to Wally. Wally sets. Fernandez delivers. Wally down the right field line, foul. 1 and 2. Wally got to protect now with 2 on him. Misses away. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Wally. Back into the box he goes. Down the right field line, foul again. Wally awaits the 2-2. Big sequence in this ball game. Runners on first and second, tying run at the plate. 1 out, top 9. Fernandez delivers. Did he check? They say he did not, and they ring up Wally, and the runners advance. And Wally is running down to first, but first base had been occupied, so it didn't matter. But Wally is arguing that he checked. The appeal would have to go to third, but the third base umpire's not down the line there.
Yeah.
So it'd be really hard for him to help.
Yeah, with the runner on second.
And head coach Blake Williams not pleased with the call. They're at second and third now for Braden Fordham. But the Stallions are down to their last out, and Fordham is 0 for his last 9 and in need of a moment here. And he's a really good hitter. Just looking to come through in a big spot here. Doesn't have to do too much. Just keep the line moving.
Right. He keeps the line moving. That's 2 runs.
1-0. Fouls it back. 1-1. Fordham back in. He'll take low. 2-1. Lifted. Right side, Mooney should be underneath it. He says he's got it, and he does, and Loyola has beaten Abraham Baldwin to move to 2-1 in pool play. Abraham Baldwin also 2-1 in pool play. The scenarios will play out with Thomas and Mobile next. If Thomas wins to force a 3-way tie, then the tiebreaker scenarios come into play. But I believe that under those scenarios, Loyola would advance based off of what we've been able to understand about those rules.
Right.
If Mobile beats Thomas, Loyola advances. So the Wolfpack in great shape here.
Leader in the clubhouse, if you will.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, what do you say about Hakimian? 6 Ks, over 7 innings, 108 pitches. 7 hits, 2 walks, 2 earned. He was really good when they needed him to be really good.
He was. He came through in a big way for this team. You had to have a good long outing. He gave everything that you could have asked for to this Wolfpack ball club. They got the offense early, and Hakimian able to hold it late, and then Fernandez shuts the door here in the last 2 innings. Give the Wolfpack this great opportunity to play for a championship, more than likely here tomorrow.
Fernandez, 3 Ks over 2 innings, 2 walks, no hits, no runs. He gets the save. Loyola, 5-2 winners over Abraham Baldwin. Our next game in about half an hour in the SSAC Baseball Championship.
The award-winning BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. Over 1 million views in 2023. We're where you need to advertise. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join over 4,700 subscribers watching local sports. The Jackson Rockabillys, Union University, South Gibson County, USJ, and TCA. Multi-camera broadcasts, slow-motion instant replay, on-screen scoreboard and graphics, and professional announcers. Thanks to our sponsors who make it all possible. The BallGame Blitz Sports Network from Worthy Road Studios. The premier sports broadcast network in West Tennessee.